Shalom.
Shalom. We just wanted to give you a personal message because we've been getting lots of questions about whether to celebrate Passover this coming week on the 23rd, I believe the evening of the 23rd,
Yes.
or next month, which of course, by the sighting of the new moon, it'll depend on which night it is. We just wanted to talk about how we don't follow any person. There's been a lot of questions about, well, how can you follow Nehemiah when he doesn't believe that our Messiah has already come and died for us, etc. And we don't take that lightly, but just that's the kind of questions that we've been getting. And we just want to tell everybody that the reason we haven't sent any other messages out is because we've been looking at these Aviv reports for the past 4 years from not just Nehemiah, but we've tried going to other people. We have other contacts in Jerusalem as well. And we received a confirming email from someone who lives in Tekoa. And if you look in your scriptures, you can see Tekoa is mentioned. It's right there near Jerusalem. That there is absolutely zero barley in the Aviv stage in or around Jerusalem right now. So we're not telling you that so that you'll go, well, that's the right way then. We got to do Passover next month. What we're trying to say is that there's been a lot of question, and I think that everybody needs to take a step back and ask Father and ask, the Spirit, His Spirit, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to celebrate this month? Are we supposed to celebrate next month? Are we supposed to celebrate both? What are we supposed to do because of conflicting reports? And as we all have said, conflict and conflicting reports, those don't bring unity in the body. Those are going to bring division. So you've got to have a way to go back, and the best way is to ask Father yourself. Ask Him, what am I supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? And that's what we did.
And because there has been some conflicting reports, I don't think there's anything wrong with celebrating both. Because I would rather err on the safe side. It comes down to a point where Father, he looks at the heart, and He looks at, does He want to please me? And that's what my heart says, and that's what our heart says. And I believe that those that are receiving this message, that is your heart too, that you want to please the Father. And 5 years ago, when I started this journey, I left all ways of following man behind, and we have determined that we're going to go back to the ancient ways. And if you go out to Nehemiah's site, he also sent a second report, which I didn't post on our blog. But the report is his desire to not be in error. He never asked to do this Aviv search. He's been doing it now for 24 plus years, and he's never asked for this responsibility. And he says with fear and trembling that he goes out and he does not want to make any error. And based upon his professional, for lack of better words, reporting, yes, he said, in the land of Israel there's no Aviv barley. And if there's no Aviv barley, that means that the Passover isn't going to be this month. It's going to be in April. However, for some reason, there's some things Father is touching on people's hearts, that maybe there's something that's not right. Not necessarily right because barley is barley. I mean, it's either going to be in Aviv or it's not. But there are some people that are being drawn in closer, that are being drawn closer to the Master. So we look at it as a Last Supper. We look at it as a preparation time. And we go and we prepare our hearts for what the Master has for us going forward. And there's a lot of things I believe that are going to be changing. So with the thing with Nehemiah, yeah, I can't see into his heart, but I know that that one day that he will be one of the ones, if he's around, that will look upon him whom he has pierced and realize, oh my gosh, he did come the first time.
Zechariah 14.
Zechariah 14.
Yeah.
12 through 14 is those are very powerful chapters. So with that, we just wanted to clear a few things up, and with this personal message, and just share our hearts with you that go do your research, go from Genesis to Revelation, go before Him and ask Him if you should be celebrating, in this month, next month,
Or both.
or both. And really, that is kind of our message and what we wanted to share with you tonight.
And just, I know we don't have to share this, but we won't share all the details, but we went in a lot of prayer, a lot of time studying, a lot of time reading the scriptures and searching Father's heart and asking Father's heart on this. And so that is why we are going to celebrate both, but it's more, and without going into detail to tell personal about why it is for us, like Derek said, this one is more or less like the Last Supper for us. And we can't go into any more detail because it's personal to us, what he showed us. And so search and find out, is this the Last Supper, a change? This is a change in seasons. A new time is coming, possibly of the final days. Yes. Before he returns. We're not sure exactly, and we're not trying to be, predictors of anything. We're just saying that have him search your heart.
Yes.
Psalm 51.
And we will say this one thing is that there has been some changes, and there's change in the air is what we're trying to say. And just as at the Last Supper, we'll share this one thing, that he no longer is he saying, well, leave your purse and your bag behind you in your sandals, but this time now it's time to take your bag, take your purse. Oh, and by the way, sell your garment and buy a sword, because we're entering in to dangerous and perilous times. And we don't share a lot of things. We don't share a lot of these type of videos, but it is a time of warning. We are entering a time of war. And the most important thing is do you know him?
Yes.
Because if you love him truly, then you will fear being separated from your bridegroom. And that is a fear that we must hold on to. Because the world, you can go out there and ask anybody on the street, and they won't care at all if they're separated, just the way we were talking about earlier. And only when it really becomes, and it hits home, is when Messiah will tell them, I never knew you. I don't know who you are. That is what we don't want. So seek him, and he'll give your answer. And just go by what is in your spirit and peace. If it's to celebrate March only, that's fine. If it's to celebrate April only, that's fine. However, if you want to do both, then you do both, and you do everything as unto him, because that's all that really matters, is we really please him or not.
Yes, he has the final say.
Yes.
So go and ask him. And that's what we're telling you, is go back and draw near to him, to put your ear to his bosom.
Yes.
And ask him what you're to do. Don't ask us. Don't ask anybody else. Don't look to any man.
Right.
Because it says not to do that. You have to look to him and ask him for answers. So we hope that whenever you're celebrating Passover, that you will do it with your whole heart, and that you will, as a memorial to him, but also as a celebration.
He's called us out of darkness.
Yes.
He's called us out of darkness. He's called us out of Egypt, never to return there again. And we are to be walking as children of the light. And let your light shine before men.
Yes. And we love you all. Thank you for your support and donations for the
Yes.
homeless.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And we're very thankful, and we want to say that too. And shalom, and have a great
Shalom.
evening.
Blessings.
Blessings.